Welcome to the channel. Here, we dive deep into the heart of modern relationships, exploring their beauty, complexity, and the emotional truths many people shy away from. Whether you're someone who's navigating new love, questioning the connection you're in, or healing from a past that still echoes in your present, this space is for you. Today's topic is one of the most misunderstood and often painful realities in relationships: the difference between love and trauma bonding. Let's start by acknowledging a hard truth. Not all intense emotions are signs of love. Sometimes, what feels like passion, longing, and deep connection is actually something else entirely, something rooted in pain, survival, and unresolved wounds. That's where trauma bonding comes in. Trauma bonding occurs when we form deep emotional attachments with someone not out of mutual respect and healthy affection, but out of repeated cycles of emotional pain, inconsistency, and the need to feel safe or seen in a way we never were before. It's a psychological response, an emotional survival mechanism that often begins in childhood and plays out in adult relationships. It's a dynamic shaped by patterns of neglect, abuse, manipulation, or abandonment, where emotional highs and lows become addictive. The relationship feels magnetic, consuming, and even spiritual at times, but underneath that intensity lies a lack of stability, trust, and emotional safety. So how do you know if it's love or trauma bonding? Let's break it down. Love is steady. It's not without conflict, but it is built on mutual care, honesty, and a desire for each other's well-being. Love creates space for growth, for difficult conversations, for change. In a loving relationship, you feel emotionally safe. You feel seen, supported, and empowered to be yourself. Trauma bonding, on the other hand, is chaotic. It thrives on emotional turbulence. One moment, you feel like you're on top of the world. The next, you're begging for crumbs of affection or clarity. The person who hurts you is also the one you turn to for comfort. You find yourself rationalizing their behavior, excusing red flags, and hoping that this time things will be different. The relationship runs on adrenaline, fear, longing, and confusion. Here are some signs that what you're experiencing may be a trauma bond rather than love. Inconsistent affection or validation. One day, they're all in. The next, they're distant or cold. You find yourself craving their approval and overanalyzing every interaction to figure out where you stand. You feel addicted to the relationship, even when it hurts, even when you know it's unhealthy. You can't let go. It feels like you need them to survive. You frequently feel anxiety, fear, or dread. Instead of feeling secure, the relationship keeps you in a state of emotional unrest. You walk on eggshells, fearing abandonment or rejection. You're constantly forgiving hurtful behavior. Apologies come with promises to change, but the same toxic cycles repeat. You hold on because of the good moments, even if they're fleeting. You lose yourself. Your needs, values, and identity take a back seat. You find yourself compromising more than you should just to maintain the connection. There's a power imbalance. One partner holds emotional control, deciding when to engage, when to withdraw, when to give love, and when to withhold it. Your intuition feels off. Deep down, something feels wrong, but you ignore it because you don't want to believe the truth. It's important to understand that trauma bonds are not your fault. They are deeply rooted in unmet emotional needs, often tracing back to early life experiences. If you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, where emotional validation was scarce, or where you had to earn affection, your nervous system may have learned to equate love with pain and unpredictability. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step to healing. Once you recognize that your connection may be based on trauma rather than love, you can begin the process of untangling. Healing a trauma bond isn't easy, but it is absolutely possible. So what does healing look like? First, it starts with self-awareness. You must get honest about the patterns in your relationship and how they make you feel. Journaling, therapy, or even simply speaking your truth aloud can help you begin to make sense of your experience. Second, build a support system outside of the relationship. Isolation fuels trauma bonding. When you talk to people who love you and want the best for you, their perspective can offer clarity that's hard to find when you're caught in the emotional chaos. Third, you need emotional regulation tools. Trauma bonds are built on intensity. Learning how to calm your nervous system through practices like breath work, mindfulness, or physical movement helps reduce the need for emotional highs and lows. Fourth, you may need professional help. Therapists who specialize in trauma can guide you through understanding your attachment patterns and developing healthier relationship habits. This is not a sign of weakness. It's a powerful commitment to your emotional freedom. Lastly, commit to reparenting yourself. Give yourself the love, stability, and care you may have missed growing up. Learn to validate your own emotions, trust your inner voice, and set boundaries that honor your worth. Real love doesn't leave you in pieces. It doesn't confuse you. It doesn't make you beg for basic respect. If someone loves you, they will want you to feel safe, seen, and cherished. They will take responsibility for their actions, communicate with compassion, and show up consistently, not only when it's convenient for them. If this message resonates with you, know that you're not alone. Many people are walking the path of healing, learning to break free from unhealthy patterns and redefine what love truly means. You are worthy of a relationship rooted in peace, not pain, in mutual respect, not control, in unconditional care, not manipulation. Your past may have shaped your idea of love, but it doesn't have to define your future. The journey to healthy love begins with you, one choice at a time, one boundary at a time, one truth at a time. Thank you for being here, and thank you for choosing yourself, even when it's hard. You deserve love that feels like home, not a battlefield. Stay strong, stay aware, stay true to yourself. And when you're ready, real love will find you.